let's discuss the issue at hand. This past weekend, the Padres take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. Mike, you have pointed out that last week the Dodgers swept the Padres 3-0. So if you really think about it, over the course of the last 6 games, the Dodgers took 4 of 6. And I think the total number for the season in the series between the two teams was 9-4 in favor of the Dodgers. So you tell me, did the series sweep a week ago, do anything for you to change your opinion after losing 2 out of 3 this past weekend in San Diego?
Well, Cappy, so the last time that you and I did a show together, a solo without Sedano, was the day before, or I guess it was the day of, right, that the first game against the Padres at Dodger Stadium. Mm-hmm. So that was Friday the 15th. And Kershaw started, they ended up winning 3-2. And we had gotten the Max Muncy news on the show, and which was, I think, a valid concern from a Dodger standpoint. Is he going to come back even in time for the playoffs? And so that was at the peak. Like, the Dodgers had just been swept by the Angels. They had not been playing their best baseball, and the Padres had won 5 in a row and all that. And I think what your point was, look, this is not just it's not just about the Dodgers always kill the Padres. It's like, if the Padres are going to actually do something, they have to dominate these 6 games. It can't just be a split. It certainly can't be 4-2, which is what ended up happening, because of all of the demons that are out there. And you would hope, I think, that the acquisitions, both in the field and in the pen, were going to help you from a Padres perspective. And I think, like, at the end of the day, the Padres did play some good baseball throughout these 6 games, and the Dodgers didn't always have their A game. But the swing of this was last night's game, and I was watching, and they got to Yamamoto early for a couple of runs, and then he started to cruise a little bit, and the Dodgers were down 2-1, and it was like no hits are coming. Freddie Freeman hits the big home run to tie it, and then it kind of, from that point on, right, Dodger bullpen shuts things down after Yamamoto goes out of the game. They get Rushing has a huge home run, and then Shohei adds one at the end. But I just, that has to be, if you're sitting in that stadium and you're watching this happen again from a Padre perspective, you're like, oh, of course. Like, we were right there, had a chance to get some separation, and then even if you win that 3-game home series and hold the Dodgers to 1 run each in the first 2 games, to have them win 8-2 in that last one and the Shohei homer, it just feels like all the same thing all over again.
Well, I mean, it just feels like for the first 2 games of this series, the Padres starting pitching, Yu Darvish went 6 innings, gave up 1 hit. Nestor Cortez went 6 innings on Saturday and gave up 1 hit.
Best start of the year for both, right?
Yeah, and then you get to Pivetta on Sunday, and he goes 6 innings, gives up 2 hits with 2 earned runs, and leaves the game at 2-2. San Diego goes to their bullpen, and they get to a guy named Jeremiah Estrada, who had given up a home run the night before. This was on Saturday night. He gave up a home run to Freeland.
Freeland hit his first hit 2 homers 2 games in a row, right?
And then did he hit one on Friday? Is that what you're saying?
I thought he did.
I'll find out here for you.
Was that the one run? Yeah, that was Freeland's. Was the one that was the 1 run. So he had back-to-back games of the homer.
You're exactly right. And so then here you have a guy in Jeremiah Estrada who, by the way, I don't know if you know this or not. I know Dodger fans who are paying attention, who are really tuned in. Here's the thing about Jeremiah Estrada. This guy, Mike, has pitched 59 innings this season against other teams, and his ERA is 3.19. He's pitched 6.1 innings against the Dodgers, and his ERA is 18. So it was a terrible managerial decision by the Padres manager, Mike Shildt. But on the other hand, if you're the Dodgers, the offense was very quiet Friday and Saturday, and then it exploded on Sunday. And now we're down to 31 games, and the 2 teams have the same record. They both have what are considered to be the easiest remaining schedules in all of Major League Baseball. So, Funch, let me ask you, is your finger still on the Dodger panic meter because they're tied, the Padres and Dodgers? This is rarefied territory for San Diego. With 31 games to go, are you worried, Funchy?
I'm at a 7. They need to be 5 games up at least right now for me to be, normal. But I'm at a 7 or 8 right now.
7 or 8?
Yeah.
31 games to go.
That's not a lot. That's not a lot.
No, it's a race for 31.
It's like what, less than a month? 31 games in a month?
I mean, 2 teams that have gone 131 games already this season have 31 games ahead of them. And Mike, you tell me, how's it going to finish?
I mean, so let me take you through kind of the way that I've seen the Dodgers throughout the season. And I think it was very difficult not to get caught up with the offseason moves and just the talent and the roster going into the season and just thinking that they were going to repeat, at least as picking them as the best team. But the reminder throughout this regular season has been not just how tough it is to repeat, but how getting through that slog mentally can be something that's a reason why a baseball team hasn't repeated in a long time. And so I don't care what the talent is. They're going to make the playoffs. I don't know which team you can pick that's going to beat them. Like, it's hard to say the Padres are actually going to get over the top, right? It's hard to say that the New York Mets are going to rally, or the Brewers, who are the hottest team right now. Like, when I pick them, when I just see it on paper, can I find my way to pick against them? No. It's a little bit like the Boston Celtics last year, though, where they were the best team on paper. We all thought OKC was going to have the most regular season wins. We all thought that, and you, Cappy, as a fellow ball knower, I know
ball
thought
knowers.
this. We thought that this was going to be
knowers.
They were going to be the team that had the most depth, they had the most youth, but Boston had the most overall veteran talent. And I think what I had said, and I think Sedano and I got into it a little bit on the show, was, Lindsay, you were involved in this when they were playing Cleveland. It's like, look, I can't tell you that Boston is not the best team to start this playoffs, but I can tell you I don't think they're going to win because they just don't have enough juice to get past everybody else's A game. They're good. They're the best team. And that's kind of how I feel about the Dodgers right now, where they're the best team. I think they're getting healthier in the right spots. Hopefully Muncy gets back. But I just have a hard time thinking that they're going to have enough juice to win series after series and ultimately win the World Series. And I know that would be a disappointment, but that's where I'm at right now.
So for me, I feel the opposite. I feel like the Dodgers are, I don't know if, Linz, you've talked about LeBron many times and how LeBron is all of a sudden going to flip the switch. I don't know if the Dodgers are going to flip a switch or if the Dodgers are just going to get hyper-focused or if maybe the Dodgers are going to get Tommy Edman back and they're going to get Max Muncy back. I just think that the Dodgers have all the experience, and I think that Dave Roberts has been very calm throughout the storm of the season. And I think that if everybody stays healthy, when I say everybody, I'm talking Blake Snell, Yamamoto, Glasnow. If these guys can stay healthy, if they can get back Muncy and they can get back Edman and they can start to find the right combination, I know a lot of people are complaining about Conforto. For me, the Dodgers have what it takes. And the Padres, here's the thing on the Padres. I said it last year. I'll never bet on these guys again. I bet on them last year. They had a 2-1 lead. They were going for the knockout punch. They didn't get it, and I'm dressed like Elton John walking through the studio. Okay? Even last week, I took the Padres to win the series in L.A. They lost it. They got swept. And that's why I took the Dodgers to win the series this past weekend, and they went, of course, and lost it because I can't get any of this stuff right. But I'm serious. Like, for me, the Dodgers have what it takes. The Dodgers have the experience. The Dodgers have the right manager, et cetera. And for the Padres, I've seen this movie. And I just think that they, as great of it as it is for them to be in this position, for them, I just don't know that they'll be able to close the deal.
They do have a really impressive team, and I think that they showed that. And I agree with everything you said about the Dodgers. Obviously, they've shown it. Obviously, they have enough talent. You don't even buy a little bit of what I'm selling, though, Cappy, about the defending champion and just like the way that we've seen this season go. You don't have a little. Just take the Padres out of it for a second. Don't you buy the difficulty of repeating in the modern sports climate with all of the talent that's out there, everybody else that also spends money, and the mental strain on the players. Like, you really feel like right now the Dodgers would be your pick nonetheless to win the World Series against the field. I
mean, I think that right now, if I look at like who I think is maybe the best team in the National League, I would say Milwaukee based on the runs that they've had and the record that they have. But when it really comes down to these two teams hypothetically meeting head-to-head, right now, even with what the records are right now, I would be more inclined to take the Dodgers. And we can talk all day long about how Milwaukee plays small ball and they play fundamentally sound and they have to do things differently because they don't have the stars and the money and they don't hit bomb home runs. I would be much more inclined to take the Dodgers over the Brewers. And that's what I'm saying about the Dodgers over the Padres.
Yeah, I would pick them heads up to beat any team. I just think that to beat all of the teams, I would slightly take the field. And I hesitate to do so because I really want the Dodgers to win. But anyway.
I was just yesterday. Let me tell you something. Dodger fans, I know you guys were joking yesterday. Hey, Pet goes south. Dodger fans, a lot of blue in that ballpark yesterday. That I can tell you. And the Dodger fans were walking the streets. They represented yesterday. That much I can tell you.